Hello. Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy. I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. And today, I would like to talk to you of another film that I believe is severely underrated. And the film I'm going to tell you about that you need to check out to give it another shot because, hell good, is part of a franchise. And in fact, when I saw the trailer, I don't know, but when I saw the movie, I was like, oh yeah, The Bourne Legacy. The Bourne Legacy, starring Jamie Renner, Rachel Weisz, Edward Norton, and Scott Glenn, and Oscar Isaac. And basically it's a story that's a side story. It's a spin-off sequel, or it's a spin-off about another faculty of the U.S. government. They're making these sleeper assassins through Treadstone, and you focus on a character named Alex Cross, who is on the run from the government for having to survive an assassination attempt from their own government, and all he wants to do is survive. And he teams up with Rachel Weisz, who's a scientist who's helped construct this sort of drug to give these him, Jeremy Renner, and some other assassins the ability to improve their endurance, to improve their health. But he goes without not taking the drug, and he needs to find the drug to keep him living. I think I did a terrible job explaining that last part, but this film was really good. It actually, and it does this because when a film, and I noticed when a film tries to set up another story to a franchise or something, it's going to take time to build up a story to get you to buy into the world that they're in, to fit into like the Jason Bourne universe or the Sicario universe or Outlaw Star universe. They're going to build up something. They're going to build up a story around it. And it's going to kind of take time to kind of get you invested, which means that it might come off a little bit slow, might come off a little bit of a, that it's taking its time. This film does that. It takes its time to kind of get you set up to invest in the character of Alex Cross and to get invest with the world building they're doing. And it's actually kind of interesting. And it also, the events of this film actually takes place kind of along the way of the Bourne Ultimatum, because they actually show footage from that film into this, and it shows how both of these are kind of happening back to back, and a little bit after, of the third film. And Jeremy Renner here, he's great. He's great as the alternative Jason Bourne, and he does a phenomenal job. The guy can lead a franchise if they were to give him one, which they did with Hawkeye. This guy was great. Holy crap, it's 10 years! 10 years this movie came out. Wow. This guy is great. It's phenomenal. Rachel Weisz is great, but it's those kind of plot formulas where you have an assassin, you have somebody, a man, whatever, saving the girl all the time. And the espionage kind of like adventure kind of movie. It's the formula that follows that. So you have that. But I do like the world building, and I do have to admit, I enjoyed the action scenes of this a lot more than a lot of the other Bourne films. And this is just me. I mean, shaky cam is kind of okay, but for me, not for every single action film. I don't like the trend thing where they copied when they did the shaky cam for when Paul Greengrass invented the shaky cam for the Bourne Supremacy and the Bourne Ultimatum, everybody else started doing it. It's like, oh, we gotta do this, we gotta do it, we gotta make it like that. I don't like that. I know my lighting was bad, but I didn't like that. I didn't like that Hollywood had to do that. But hey, I like Hollywood. But I'm glad this film didn't do that with the shaky cam. You saw the fight scenes in widescreen, and you saw them clearly, and you were able to kind of figure out what's going on. And I loved it. I loved the action scenes in here. It was very thrilling. It actually was directed by the guy who written the Bourne trilogy, and if I might be right, he might have been involved with the Boondocks things. Maybe I might be wrong with that, but I'm glad they were able to film the movie with no shaky cam. There was a little shakiness with the car chase scenes, but other than that, I'm glad they didn't do that. They didn't follow that pattern. Really what makes this movie, I think, is the story, and then just seeing how it coexists with the Bourne franchise. Really, I have to be honest with you, Edward Norton's in this, and I like Edward Norton, but the way they use his character, they could have cast really any other actor, and I feel like this kind of role, or just the movie for him, was somewhat of a waste of time with a guy with his talent. I know actors, you get a role, and you do your best you can on it, but it just felt like he was wasted here. They didn't really do much with his character. There was really nothing unique about him, nor his relationship with Alex Cross, which they were working together, showing a flashback. They were working together, but there's really nothing unique about it. There's really nothing. There was really no build up to their confrontation to really anything, from the antagonist to the protagonist. There was really nothing. Now, that was probably the most disappointing part of the film. I felt that, didn't really address anything. It was just kind of there, and it was like, eh. But overall, I thought this film was great. But I also thought it was funny when the film ended, and I thought it was bold. You kind of didn't know, like, I didn't even know the film was going to end. And it kind of just ends. Kind of, and then somewhat a little of a ambiguous but happy ending of where Alex Cross and Rachel Weisz might do to avoid the U.S. government. But I remember I remember in the theater. I remember watching that scene, and I really didn't know. I didn't even get that vibe the film was going to end. It felt like they were going on to another adventure, even though the movie clocked a little bit over 2 hours. And the movie ends with the Extreme Ways Moby Dick song come out. Like, okay, it just ended. Okay, all right. Hey, I enjoyed it. I loved it. Go check it out if you have seen it. Let me know what you thought about it. This movie doesn't get talked about enough. And it's overshadowed by, Matt Damon's lead, Jason Bourne. So, check it out, let me know in the comment section if you have seen it, what you thought about it. It's a pretty exciting and really good action movie. Comment below, let me know, and let me know what you think is your favorite underrated movie.